Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome to your reading for this time next year. We're going to see kind of like where you will be 1 year from now. Each row is just going to represent one new, kind of like one thing. It's interesting, you start off with this crocodile card. In Vedic astrology, traditionally, Capricorn was the crocodile, so that's kind of like interesting for sure. This card says survival on it. It's interesting as well that I really feel like this is how people are seeing you, is they're seeing you as a survivor. They're seeing you as someone who is very capable and strong and someone who is able to kind of like get a lot done. And I feel like this is going to be very valuable. There you go. The alarm going off. I don't even know why I have that thing set, but I feel like this is going to lead to like a lot of abundance. Like if you're looking for any work opportunities or any business opportunities, then I love this right here. I love readings where I get the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups. Amazing. But what I would say here is that, again, if you're having any of those opportunities, there could be a lot of success. Every single person has had the Tower. Again, I'm telling you right now, I've been saying it for like 2 years now, that we're going to see a lot of Tower moments. Pluto literally going from your sign to Aquarius. Pluto in Capricorn is like the breakdown of structure, the breakdown of things that are inefficient. So, it's going to basically this year, 2023, it's going to go into Aquarius. It's going to retrograde back into Capricorn. Then it's going to move back into Aquarius. And again, as I've been saying, usually like we get a lot more of a planet's energy from in a sign after it leaves the sign, because it's like we've learned the lesson all the way through Capricorn, then we implement the lesson when it's in Aquarius. And so it's kind of like a combination of both energies. And I just think we're going to see a lot of Tower moments, a lot of things being exposed, a lot of crazy stuff. If you think what we've seen so far is crazy, you ain't seen nothing yet. Mark my words. You have the 5 of Cups here. Again, I feel like for some of you, someone has regrets in their, about you, basically. I do see a heartbreak here, and I feel like someone gets to see you move on. It's almost like it's their karma. You have the Justice card here as well. And this story has been coming up for you for a while, Capricorn. So I'm wondering if this is something that you've been dealing with for a while. It's almost like someone couldn't control their desires going this way. I'm not sure if they cheated on you or, I think it's going to be different for all of you. I feel like some of you, this person cheated on you. For others, this person was just toxic in general. They can't get out of their own way. 9 of Swords is a never-ending nightmare. So I feel like their life is a nightmare. And, why are they showing up in this reading? I don't know. I feel like they could be continuously pursuing you. So you might want to block this person just in general. I kind of feel like this is you. Right here, I feel like you're very focused on stability, security. I feel like you're focused on building wealth for a lot of you as well with the 10 of Pentacles. And I also feel like you're focusing on yourself. It's interesting that you have this Emperor card here, and you are not the Emperor. Yes, I understand that, but I feel like this is you. I feel like you are in this position of strength and power. I feel like you're in a position of taking action, and I feel like you're being motivated by action as well. The other interesting thing is that you being the sea goat or the crocodile, water, land. It's interesting that I feel like you are now on land. That's what I feel like saying is like maybe you've been in your emotions for a long time, or maybe you've been in water, a little bit of a dream world. It's like 1 year from now, by the time we get to 1 year from now, I feel like you're just going to feel like you are grounded, like you are able to create things. And I feel like you're also feeling like you're able to get the results you need. The major realization that I see here is a 10 of Pentacles for some reason. It, like, looking at this card, it's saying to me major realization. And I feel like the major realization that you're having is that your kind of like your feelings, your emotions, and also the way that you live your life. It's like you're realizing that it's like the world revolves around you, Capricorn. It's like, I feel like you're realizing, it's almost as if you're taking control of your destiny by realizing that the only thing that matters is you, and not in a selfish way. Just like if you're operating at your highest vibration, you're going to attract very high vibration situations. I feel like all of 2023 that you could be very focused on cleaning up your vibration, getting healthy, presenting yourself in a certain way. Like all these things are popping into my head, and it's definitely a good thing. With the 5 of Cups, I'm telling you right now, I would be careful of this person. 6 of Cups, are you kidding? For others, definitely a soulmate coming in for you if you want love. Seems to be a really good love year this year, 2023. Everybody has had like something about being in a relationship in 2024. So if you want love, great, go for it. If you don't want love, that's fine too. It could be something else. With the King of Pentacles, you have the Queen of Wands. Definitely could be a fire sign or someone with fire, like very fiery personality. I also feel that you're just very attractive at this time. Again, that 10 of Pentacles is it's more popping into my head as you kind of cleaning up your own vibration so that you can have the things you want. It's like you're being very specific about like what you allow into your life, your energy, and the energy that you project as well. I feel like you're entering into a whole new world, and this new world revolves around you, but in a good way, not in like a jerky way. With the Emperor, you have the Six of Swords. I love 2 6s. If you have ever watched me, you know that I love 2 6s when they come up in a row or a column here. And to me, it just says that you're going in the right direction. What I find very interesting as well is a lot of people have had 2 6s. So that tells me that by this time next year, things are maybe moving in a better direction. I think things are going to be far from perfect. Like, trust me, but things could be going better. Next, you have this Open to Discovery card. I love this card. If you look here, it's like there's a key in a keyhole. It's dark here, but there's like a lot of color and vibrancy and light through the keyhole. So there's like a lot of good stuff in you making a change, in you kind of like working on yourself, which I feel like this row, the main theme that I'm getting here in this row is focusing on yourself, focusing on improvements, any type of improvement that you possibly can make, and even like doing things differently during your day. It's like having some sort of health routine or I don't know, like any type of routine I think would be a good idea for you. I just recently started, someone suggested to me a Miracle Morning, and it's a book, and I just started doing the Miracle Morning again, and it's just like a morning routine. It's short, it's easy, it doesn't take a lot of work, right? But it's different. And it also is mimicking success. If you don't know the Miracle Morning, it's basically a guy came up with this routine for his morning so that he could turn his life around, which he did very successfully. And every single thing that you do in the Miracle Morning is something that other very successful people do. I am a big fan of mimicking success, especially right now. Neptune and Pisces, right? To me, Neptune and Pisces is like, and then we're gonna have Saturn moving into Pisces as well, your ruling planet. It's like if there was ever a time to have some sort of morning routine or something, it'd be right now. I promise you, it will pay off like enormously. You have the 10 of Pentacles, the Devil, in the Justice card here. The 10 of Pentacles is kind of like a really good card. It represents everything you want and desire to have in your life. It is a card of building, leaving a legacy. It does not mean that you will have everything you want in your life, but to me, it's more about working towards it. To me, the 10 of Pentacles is a living, breathing thing. It is something that you work on for the rest of your life. It is building or leaving a legacy. That doesn't just like happen overnight, and it's something that you work on. But for whatever reason, in your reading, I feel like this is more just the way that you present yourself to the world is changing. Like, I feel like you're a totally different person a year from now. Could be. I feel like your energy is different. I think the things that you allow into your life, like the people, places, and things, the experiences, everything. It's like all of that is changing, and this is clearly making you more successful and more abundant. You have the Devil card here, which is you. I feel like this is just your energy showing up here. I just feel it's saying you're showing up in a strong position. You have the Justice card here. Justice is cause and effect, so there's clearly some balance entering into your life. There could also be some more fairness coming in for you, but what's interesting is going this direction. It's like, look, I feel like someone is getting their karma watching you walk away towards like your true love. So someone could be getting their karma. You might want to block this person if you haven't already, if you have someone that can't stop pursuing you or whatever the case may be. For others, I feel like you are just walking away from things just in general that are no longer serving you. And what you're walking towards is true happiness. With the 10 of Pentacles, you have the 3 of Cups. For some of you, you could be attracting a karmic situation. I don't mean like a karmic, like all these readings talk about karmic relationships. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like a person who's just a good connection coming in for you, but it's like a reunion. It could be like a past life connection or something like that, but there's definitely a positive soul connection coming in for you. I feel there's a lot of happiness here as well. With the Devil, you have the Ace of Wands. Yeah, definitely a very passionate new beginning for you. And again, I think this it's more, what I'm trying to stress in this reading is it's more about you, like in a good way. You're making yourself your own center, your own mental point of origin, whatever you want to call it. And This is going to drive me absolutely crazy. But it's like you're making yourself your own mental point of origin. And I feel like that's going to make you very successful with the Ace of Wands. I would also say, like, don't be afraid to start new things or try new things in general in life. With the Justice card, you have the King of Swords here. Justice, literally, I mean, the King of Swords is law and order. So I feel some of you are getting justice in some area of your life. Let's make sure that doesn't happen again, right? For your next thing, you have this Bat Spirit says a rebirth is assured. I feel like you are transforming. You are becoming something different in life, something new. And so you're just like going through this rebirth type situation. I would also be careful of like the energy drainers in your life. You have the Devil, and then you have this card. The Devil has bat wings. Bat wings, it kind of represents vampire energy, vampire energy on the Devil card, but you have this bat right here as well. So I would do anything you can to remove energy drainers. You have the Seven of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups, and the Nine of Swords. I do see this as an ending that you are experiencing, but I feel like what you're ending is a nightmare. Nine of Swords is a never-ending nightmare. It is kind of like going to bed, having a nightmare, waking up, and still being in a nightmare. And we see here that you have the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is a change in direction. It is like literally saying, okay, I've experienced everything, I've gotten everything I can out of the situation. How crazy is it that she is pregnant on this card? You know, on the Seven of Pentacles. She is about to have a rebirth, just like that Bat Spirit. So I feel like you're about to walk away from things that have been draining you of energy or just haven't been producing results. And you have the Eight of Cups, which is like walking away from things that no longer serve you. So I feel for a lot of you, you are clearly walking towards total fulfillment, total happiness, joy, good things. I do feel like you could be creating tower moments for people in your life, but who cares? The other thing I would say is that sometimes we choose the tower because, you know, again, the tower is weak in the first place. It's like something that needs to be rebuilt. I kind of feel that this year, 2023, it wouldn't surprise me if you were like think that you're working towards a specific goal, but you actually change it, like maybe, you know, partway through the rest of this year and you switch to something else. Not a bad thing. I feel like you're just building something better. With the Seven of Pentacles, you have the Nine of Pentacles. We said something earlier about this kind of independence. I don't remember exactly what I said, but I feel like you're becoming more independent, more successful. I also feel like you're just becoming more successful. You understand like what to focus on for growth, for abundance, you know, all that other good stuff, right? With the Eight of Cups, you have the Queen of Cups. Definitely could be a water sign coming in for some of you if you are looking for love. But really, I feel like what this is saying is you need to follow your heart, you know, especially with that Eight of Cups. If you're in a situation here that you are not totally in love with, don't be afraid to have a tower moment. Don't be afraid to, you know, start over or start from scratch or do something different, right? With the Nine of Swords, you have the Nine of Wands. I feel like you're guarded against a person anyway that's caused a never-ending nightmare. For some of you, I feel like you've given a person a second chance already, and I feel like they're coming back for like a third or fourth chance. And I feel like you know where this is going to go here, Capricorn. I feel like you know that this is not going to go in a good direction and that you need to end it. So, you know, a lot of you could be ending this situation, or you could just have your guard up in this situation as well. For your last thing here, you have this new moon in Leo. It says shine on it. There's clearly a lot of positive attention. I feel like you're glowing at this time. And again, this is the only thing I would be focusing on is your shininess, your successfulness, you know, all those things. That's what I would be focusing on here. You have the Ten of Cups, the Tower, and the Three of Swords. This is like fortune after difficulty. The Ten of Cups, true family happiness and things like that as well. So I like to see that. If you are going through a divorce, this could say that you will, you know, your divorce will be kind of completed by the time we get to a year here. But what I'm really feeling is like, I feel here that you could be, you know, I would protect yourself from a past person. I feel like they could break your heart again. You know, I would just be very careful of that with this Three of Swords. For some of you, this could be forgiveness or choosing forgiveness, because these three swords are in your own heart, and it kind of represents needing to remove those swords from your heart. You do have the Tower here, but again, like everyone has had the Tower. Again, there are going to be a bunch of Tower moments in the world, between now and forever. So this is nothing new. I do feel that there's just going to be, we're just going to see a lot of the breakdown and structure, like I said. You could also be choosing a Tower moment for some of you. We're going to look into it right now. I do want to get more details and see, are you choosing this or is a person choosing this? With the Ten of Cups, you have the Wheel of Fortune. Love it. Wheel of Fortune is definitely a card of your destiny, and fortune's turning in your favor. So it does look to me like things are turning in your favor. I would just make sure to control the wheel. We control the wheel with our vibrations. We control the wheel by staying positive. We also want to be at the center of the wheel. You can be on the outside of the wheel where you're just spinning around and you're not in control, or you can be in the inside of the wheel where you see things that come your way, good and bad. And when you're at the center of the wheel, you're able to take those things and transmute them. You can turn a negative into a positive, right? Or a positive into a negative when you're at the center of the wheel. But you're really taking control of your life when you're at the center of the wheel. With the Tower, you have the Six of Pentacles here. Yeah, I would be careful of the past person. That's all. This person has regrets, but they're still breadcrumbing. They're still, that this is not a balanced situation is what I feel here. For others, I kind of get a very straightforward message that if you're working on something right now, project, business, job, that it's I feel in the future there will be a Tower moment where you're going to leave and go to something else. But this is not a bad Tower moment. I feel that you're just realizing that something is more fair. Let's say you have a job, maybe it's not paying you enough money, maybe your boss won't give you a raise. You could be leaving, going and getting something else because it's not fair. Tower moment. Maybe you have a business, maybe it just isn't working, and you start something else that does work. Six of Pentacles is cause and effect, just like the Justice card that you have here. And I feel like you're just paying attention and, moving on to something better. With the Three of Swords, you have the Empress. Yeah, you're very attractive at this time. You're glowing. You have that Leo card that says shine on it. And so it could be a little bit of a glow up here. And I really feel it's a past person that could be sad. No matter what way we take it, it's Ten of Pentacles, Eight of Cups, and Three of Swords. This person right here is watching this person walk away. It's almost like someone let you slip through their fingers here, Capricorn. So if that has already happened for you, it's I would block this person, right? It's they could have had the Ten of Pentacles with you, but now you are realizing that you can have the Ten of Pentacles with anyone you want. So I feel like you're very much focusing on your own reality. This reading is, again, stressing to me that you need to make the world revolve around you. And again, not in a selfish way. We're talking about in more of a creating your own reality kind of way. And that's what I would be doing here, Capricorn. We're going to pull 5 themes now, see if there's anything else that could be coming up for you. In 1 year from now, I feel like you could be feeling very enthusiastic. A bunch of people have had this as well. And I do feel that there could be a lot of reasons to be happy 1 year from now. There could be a lot of enthusiasm. I actually feel it this year, 2023 as well. So for a lot of you, you could just be feeling like you are more enthusiastic. And that is the direction that I would go in, is towards enthusiasm. I really feel like our desires, our enthusiasm could be the thing that is guiding us towards success. There are going to be Tower moments in the world that are going to distract you. I keep telling people, don't focus on those Tower moments. People keep saying to me, how dare you not worry 24/7 about the war in Ukraine and all this other BS. I'm okay. It's but has that worked? Right? I just said it to Cancer. I'm we've been doing the same thing for hundreds of years, worrying and putting bad things in the news and only focusing on that. So if someone can prove to me that works, great. That worrying about something works, then I'll start worrying. But guess what? I'm not. So I think that what Pluto and Aquarius wants us to do, which you will have this time next year, or close to it, I should say. It won't be there this time next year, but soon. Is what I would say is shine, right? We need to be positive examples, and we need to follow things that make us feel enthusiastic so we can break out of this mess. Next, you have this submission card here. You are not stuck. I do feel like some of you, again, I feel like you could avoid the Tower moment. Again, I always say people always say, Chris, the Tower is so bad. How can you ignore it? I'm first off, tarot isn't good or bad. If you're thinking tarot is good or bad, you shouldn't be watching tarot, plain and simple. But you're watching tarot because this hasn't happened yet. This is 1 year from now. You're watching tarot so you can avoid this, right? I feel like for a lot of you, if you are in stuck situations that just aren't working, either find a different way to make something work or leave. Plain and simple. And it's that's almost like a spiritual lesson that I feel like you could be learning. Next, you have this publicity card, Pluto and Aquarius. Get as much positive attention as you possibly can. Again, I've been begging people to do this because I feel like the world needs more positive snowballs and more positive influences, right? So if we can do things that inspire people, that help people, but through inspiration. Again, I want to stress, there's this guy, Ultimate Warrior. He was like a old wrestler, right? A famous wrestler. And he always used to say, don't instruct people, inspire people. And, I feel like that should be the motto of Pluto and Aquarius, is to inspire people as much as you possibly can by being a living example. Next, you have this risk card. I am a big fan of taking calculated risk right now. I think it is a risky time to be alive, but if you're taking a calculated risk, an educated risk, you will probably be handsomely rewarded. So I'm a big fan of taking calculated risk. And finally, you have the detachment card, detaching from outcomes, Tower, Six of Pentacles, right? I feel like if you can just enter into situations and just say it is what it is, and I'm going to make things work no matter what, then things will work out. And so a lot of you could be working on detaching from outcomes as well. But pretty good reading. I like where this is going. So thank you for being here, Capricorn. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your Sun, Moon, Rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your year.